Hey guys, welcome back to Fit in 15. My name is Arisema. I am the owner of Bishop Arts Athletics and DTX Endurance Company. I also have my own nonprofit. I'm here today to help you guys out with a full body workout. So today we're gonna start with some lower body stuff, some squats, some lunges, the good things, and then we're gonna move on to our core. So we're gonna start with a good warm up. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna reach down towards the ground. We're gonna come out to our plank position. We're just gonna lean slightly forward and we're gonna walk all the way back up, stretching up, making sure our chest is nice and big. We're gonna do that about 3 to 5 times, just really focusing on coming into that position, keeping those legs good and straight. Your feet should be about shoulder to hip width apart, whatever is widest on you. Everyone's built a little bit differently. I tend to have wider shoulders than hips, so that's why you see me out a little bit wider than most. We're just gonna make sure that we're stretching out those legs, those hamstrings, reaching down towards the ground, keeping as straight of a leg as possible, keeping our arms nice and straight also, making sure that we're breathing through every single rep. All of our breathing is full inhale, full exhale, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. The second thing we're gonna do, we're gonna reach up nice and high, elbow by our ear. We're gonna pull up our quad, making sure that our heel comes as close to the butt as possible. Coming in both sides. We're gonna do this about 3 times on each side, okay? When you're ready, you're gonna add a calf raise to that, okay? Making sure we're stretching out those legs, quads, and calves. So the great thing about this is if you have poor balance, that just means you got a weaker butt. That's why we're doing squats today, right? So the only reason that we actually don't fall over when we lift up our leg is because our butt. So when we're doing our squat position, we're coming down nice and slow. Everyone does squats all day. Throughout your day, you're sitting on a couch, sitting on a chair in your office, sitting down at a chair at a restaurant, whatever it is, that's all we're doing, right? So just making sure, pushing the knees out, sitting down, keeping our chest nice and high, okay? 4 lunges, taking a big step outward, we're dropping the back leg down towards the ground and then just stepping back, right? Take that step forward, pushing that back leg down towards the ground, taking that step back, good? So all we're gonna do is our squats, and then we're gonna go lunge, cool? Lunge, that's it, just alternating. We're gonna do about 30 seconds on each side, just moving through these movements as quickly as possible. Second thing we're gonna do, core positions, going into our plank, making sure that our wrists are directly underneath our shoulders, right? Nice hip width position through the feet, just keeping our body nice and straight. You wanna imagine like there's a plate of water on your back. You don't wanna spill the water. Cool? We're gonna do 30 seconds on each of these movements. Here we go. Starting with our squats, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up. The great thing about this is you can move as quickly or as slowly as you need to, right? So sit down, stand up. You can move this fast. You can go slower if you need to. I can even stop at the bottom if I want to increase that position. This is it, keeping that chest nice and big. We're coming on about 30 seconds here. You got 5 more seconds. Nice and easy, just breathing, full inhale, full exhale, nothing to it. You can do anything for 30 seconds. 2, 1, we're gonna switch over to our lunges. We're gonna spend 30 seconds here in this lunge, alternating, keeping that chest nice and big. That's it. Sometimes we don't know what to do with our arms. It's always easy to interlace the fingers, place it behind the head. That's it. Keeping that chest nice and big, taking a big step forward. Remember, back leg comes down towards the ground. Got 10 more seconds. Nothing to it. Super easy. Taking your time. You got it. 5 seconds more. 3, 2, 1. All right. We drop down to our plank position. Remember here, wrist underneath the shoulder. Just hanging out, not even moving, right? Super easy. We're just hanging out. That's it. Anybody can do this. If you need to modify this position, totally okay. You can always drop one leg, keeping that nice straight position through the back, hanging out there. You can rest there for a second if you need to. Come back up. That's it. Nothing to it. Have 10 more seconds. 10 seconds is easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna rest about 20 seconds, that's it. All you can do your rest is just keep moving around, right? Keep moving, keep the blood going, keep your heart rate up. You can just go ahead, pace it out. Have 10 more seconds of rest. We're gonna do this a couple more times. Cool? Going back to that squat. Remember, our squat is our sitting position. Here we go. Back to those squats. You can take this as quickly or as slowly as you need to. The goal is just to keep moving. That's it. Nothing to it. The great thing about any of these workouts is making sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing, you're feeling each of these movements, and you're getting it done. That's it. Just about putting in the work every single day. After this, we're going back to our lunges. Remember, that's our full step. Going forward, dropping that back leg, making sure the chest stays up in all of our movements. Here we go, back to those lunges. The great thing about lunges, we initially mentioned that the reason that we have great balance is because of our butt, okay? It is a great muscle to work, not only because aesthetically it's great, but also because most of our power comes through our weight-bearing center, right? So the longer the lunge step that you take, the more you're working the booty. The shorter the step you take, the more you're working the legs. So you can always adjust based off of what your strongest muscle is and what it is you want to work the most. Couple more seconds here. 2, 1, we're going back to our plank position. So in this plank, if for whatever reason you're feeling this in the shoulders, we can always drop down to the elbow, right? Just hanging out in this position. Same exact thing as before. Nice straight line through the body. Just hanging out here. This is easy, nothing to it. Have 15 more seconds. You can do anything for 15 seconds. I've been talking way more than 15 seconds. It's that easy. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going back to that rest position. Remember, our goal is to keep moving, right? So resting doesn't mean that we just lie on the ground, we just hang out. Lying position. You can lie down after this. So we're just gonna walk back and forth, keep the heart rate going, keep your breathing up. Full inhale, full exhale. Always breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going back in about 10 seconds. After this, we're gonna add another ab movement in. So our core is our stabilizer in our body, right? It's the reason that we don't just fall over when we're standing. That's why we're working it in. Going back to our squats, keeping that chest up, coming back up, right? So notice what I'm doing with my arms. As soon as I come up into that standing position, bring them back to the core. When I come down, I'm bringing them out. They are my leverage in this position, right? If I'm advanced, I can go ahead and put them behind my body. That means I'm really good about keeping my chest up. But maybe you're not there yet. That's okay. Just bring those hands out. Make sure that you're looking through your hands to keep that chest up, keep that spine neutral, sitting down, standing up. That's it. If you need to modify this, you can go ahead and grab a chair, sit down on that chair. That's it. That's a squat position right there. We're going into our lunges. 3, 2, 1. Remember, short step means working the legs. Longer step means working the booty. You can always change it towards what you want. Maybe you're one of those people that doesn't want a big butt. That's okay. So take a shorter step, work the quads a little bit more, burn it out, feel it. That's it, okay? Keeping that chest up, making sure that we're breathing through each rep, keeping the core engaged here as well. Again, if you need to modify this, you can grab a chair, you can hold onto it on the side, and that will be your leverage in that position as well. No problem, anyone can do these movements. Okay, we're going back to our plank, right? Remember your choice of going into a forearm position or in this high plank position here. No position's different. Both of them are gonna work your core. Both of them are gonna leave you breathing pretty heavy. We got about 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good, we're gonna come down. All right, so I talked about us adding another ab movement in, okay? This is gonna be called a bicycle. So typically, bicycles are done in a lying position. Today, we're gonna take it from the seated position. We're gonna bring our arms behind our head. We're gonna twist through the shoulder, really thinking about opening up the chest to the opposite side. This is it, okay? Nice, easy. Just going pretty slow here. Doesn't matter if you move fast, doesn't matter if you move slow, it's gonna work either way. Some of you will feel this more in your core, your obliques. Some of you are gonna feel this in your quads. Either way you feel it, it's working the same muscles that we want to target, okay? If you need to modify this, you can always put your hands down towards the side. You're still gonna push towards twisting the shoulders to the opposite side. It's just helping you stabilize a little bit more. You got 10 more seconds right here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're gonna rest a little bit. We're gonna do that one more time with just the bicycles, right? When it comes to our hands, as we're progressing through these movements, we're going in 5 seconds. You can think about the further back my hands are, the more support I have. The further up they are, the less support. And then, of course, no hands is the most difficult. Here we are. We're going 30 seconds. We're almost done. We have a great cool down after this. Super easy. You've made it this far. We've done some squats. We've done some lunges. A little bit of ab work. Nothing too crazy, right? That's it. Super easy. 10 more seconds. I don't know where you guys are doing this workout. I'm doing it here in Dallas where it's like super cold, and doing the short workout has me nice and warmed up. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's it for our workout. We're gonna go ahead and go through a nice cool down. So again, throughout this entire thing, we're gonna keep moving, right? So maybe you're not quite ready to go straight into that cool down. We're just gonna pace back and forth, making sure we're not stopping, letting our heart rate go down too quickly. We're gonna go back to that exact same position that we started with, right? Great thing about stretches to warm up is that they serve as great cool downs too, right? So keeping that leg as straight as possible, walking out to that plank position, coming back up, really thinking about keeping a nice soft knee through this movement. We never want to hyperextend the legs, meaning locking the legs out, right? Just making sure we're breathing. Full inhale as we walk out to this plank, holding it there, exhaling as we come back up, right? So inhale, here we go. Hold the breath here, exhale. That's it, okay? We're gonna go back into that wide squat position here. We're gonna point the toes out. We're just gonna hang out here, opening up the hips, making sure that if we're nice and tight after the lunges and the squats back to back, we're kind of releasing that acid a little bit, making sure it's not too tight for the next day. And then we're gonna go back to our quad stretch. Remember, opposite hand, opposite leg, bringing that heel up towards your butt as close as possible. And when you're ready, we're gonna add that calf stretch. That's it. Add that calf stretch, breathing through these movements, easy, elongating the core that we just worked through those bicycles and that plank. We're gonna go ahead and bring our arms behind our head. We're just gonna lean forward. We're not squatting, just leaning forward, making sure we're breathing. That's it, guys. Thank you for a great workout. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.